Hi, this is Big Geek and I'm Dan. For the last several weeks, good few months now, I've mostly been redecorating and renovating my bathroom, and my previous few videos have been largely centered on that. But today I decided to do something fun in the garage. I needed the break. So I'm going to take this dartboard, which I've had laying around in here for 3 years. I've not really found anywhere I wanted to put it. I've previously had it mounted on a wall, but there's no wall space in here that I want to dedicate to a dartboard that also has enough distance to throw darts from. So I decided to make a basic frame to mount it to that is freestanding, that I could move wherever I like, which means hopefully I can have it in places, but if I need to move it, I can. So that's the theory. I'm also going to try to do that out of the random bits of scrap that I have in the garage, because why not? So first important thing about a dartboard, how high off the ground does it need to be? So I had a quick look. According to Google, 5 feet 8 inches. I'm not really an imperial guy. What is 5 feet 8 inches in meters?
5 feet 8 inches equals 1.727 meters.
Okay, 1.7 meters. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so this is long scrap storage. Let's see. Look. No, you used to be a long piece, but you're not a long piece anymore. What about you? Also not long enough. I could be scuppered pretty early by not really having anything tall enough. I have these 2 big bits of cherry, which are definitely long enough, but I just can't bring myself to use all that cherry for this. I just want to make this scrappy. One day, cherry, one day I will use you for something exciting. Well, I guess I have a few of these boards which are not meaningful enough alone. 1.3-ish meters. Okay, I think this is about to become a pallet build because I've got a bunch of these lengths that I took from a pallet ages ago. They aren't long enough in one piece to do things quite the way I'd envisaged, but I've got to be able to do something with this. Okay, so here's the plan. These uprights will be glued and screwed together in these pairs to give me the height. Behind there'll be 2 cross pieces of board that the dartboard will screw into, and I will take a few notches off of this, screw them into this side piece at the right height so that it rests onto it at the correct height. Then at the bottom we'll have a cross piece for the base, and then I'm going to chop this guy into a couple of pieces to act as lateral feet to stop it rocking back and forth. Now I don't want to make that too big because I want to be able to place this in a lot of places without having a big footprint, but obviously I need to make sure that it's not top heavy and doesn't tip over. So my thinking at this point is that I'll make a small enclosure at the bottom into which I can drop some heavy things, and as it happens I have a couple of spare bags of like tile adhesive and plaster, really heavy stuff that is cluttering up, so this will give me a place to put it, but it will also lend its weight in a useful way. So that's the plan. Now I just have to do it. One other thing, I'm also going to need to cut notches in the top parts of these upright struts in order that they don't interfere with the hinges and the door opening, so it'll be slightly thinner right at the top there. But other than that, I think we're good. Before I cut those on the bandsaw, I've got a new sticker. This is from Matt. His channel, A Dad and His Kids, Making Outdoors and Life Adventures. Thanks, Matt. I'm gonna put you in pride of place. Stick you right here. nice and square. Try to place on the bandsaw. Right, let's get these pieces of wood cut. So they'll rest in there. Come in there. Come down a bit. There we are. According to my measurements, the second board is going to have extra 67 centimeters on the bottom of this board. Hopefully that will get me even on both sides. I've marked that with a line there. So now I'm just going to bosh on some glue and, oh dear, it'll probably be fine without the glue, but what the hell. Right, that's got those struts in place. You may recall that the dartboard case that it's already in is 51 centimeters wide. So this is 51 centimeters. I should be able to set this up right here, and that will hold me somewhat straight in line. Probably going to need to do some cross bracing to this thing, but let's cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm pretty happy with that. This fella comes in about here. Okay. About that much should be fine. Let's make it 40. Okay, so there's a couple of screws in here. Well, it looks alright. It's a little bit wibbly wobbly. A little bit wibbly wobbly. I reckon with some weight on the bottom and maybe a cross brace. What have I got that I can cross brace with? This fella might be okay. So, you against there. Much better. Well, that seems to have worked out pretty well. It's portable as I wanted it to be. It can be repositioned, but that's pretty much where I envisaged putting it for a little while at least. It occurs to me that we could probably take it outside as well. So if we fancy playing darts in the garden, that could be quite cool. Pretty quick project. Used up some scrap pallet wood. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Also, I recently bought a new microphone for the Canon based off of a review at Maker Tech Reviews, link in the description. So this is what it sounds like with the mic switched on. The comparison of just the onboard mic on the Canon. And this is the sound with my lapel mic. In theory, this should be the best, but it's kind of a pain. There's a big long wire that leads from this down to the camera. I have to plug it in, trail it around. So if the new mic on top of the camera is better than the onboard camera mic and better as close to as good as this, then we're on for a winner.